Hey there, lovely. If you're a driven and highly ambitious woman who has checked all the boxes, followed all the rules, only to realize you don't actually feel fulfilled or you don't feel like you're living your purpose, then you are absolutely in the right place. My name is Melissa Chavis. I'm an intuitive mindset coach, and I am absolutely obsessed with helping you discover your true purpose, that thing you were put here on this earth to do, so that you can live the most fulfilling and abundant life possible. Hey there. Welcome to my brand new show, the Authentic Awakening podcast. I am so incredibly excited to be here doing this now. And I'm so grateful that you have decided to spend a little time with me today. This podcast has been probably a year in the making. This is something that I have been wanting to do for quite some time. And I am finally getting out of my own way and just making it happen. So I wanted to start off today just kind of telling you a little bit about myself, who I am, why I'm here, why I'm creating this show, and what it means to me, because I think that's, some important background for you to have. So my name's Melissa. I am an intuitive mindset coach, and I work with ambitious and driven women who have gotten to a point in their lives where they realize that they're looking for something more. They're looking for more purpose, more meaning in their lives, and they really want to take those steps and create the change that's necessary in their lives to get them all the way down that path to where they finally realize what it is that they want out of life or what it is that they're meant to be doing in their lives. And my goal is to help as many women as possible who are feeling called to take that journey to get from where they are now all the way to that point where they are living a life that is truly meaningful, full of purpose, and where they truly know that this is it. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm meant to be doing, because that feeling and living a life like that is the most incredible feeling, the most incredible thing that you can do in your life. So I've been in the coaching space for about a year. But prior to that, I was that woman. I was that woman for years, the woman who had, followed all the rules, checked all the boxes. I went to school, I got good grades, went to college, graduated, got a good job, worked my way up in the company, ended up in a director role with a six-figure salary by the time I was in my 30s. And of course, along the way, I had gotten married, had kids, got the house, all the things, right? I was driven, ambitious. I was moving forward and I was succeeding, really, according to, all of the standards, all the rules that we are taught to follow, essentially. So I was there. I was her. I was doing all the things. I was that, outward picture of a successful woman. But deep down on the inside, that's not how I felt. I was burnt out. I was stressed. I was exhausted. And I just knew inside me that this isn't it. I don't feel like I'm contributing in some meaningful way. I don't feel like this is what I was put here on this earth to do. There's got to be more. There's got to be something else, some version of my life where I don't just feel like I'm running through the motions every day and trying to zone out as much as possible, binging Netflix or scrolling social media just so that I can try to get rid of the stress of the day and everything that was weighing on me, just knowing that this wasn't it. This wasn't the life that I was put here to live. And on top of it all, the way I was showing up for my family, the way I was showing up for my kids and my husband, at the end of every day, exhausted and just not in a good space mentally and just done with the day and ready to go to bed and be done with it all. I hated it. I felt so guilty. I felt like like these are the people, this is what really matters most in my life. And they're getting the worst version of me. They're getting like whatever's left over at the end of the day after I've spent 8+ hours focusing on making sure that I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do over here in my career and being successful and, doing all the right stuff. And it was really weighing on me. And I spent years and years in the cycle of knowing, of feeling that this isn't it. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm meant for more in this life, but then not knowing what that was or what that looked like or how to get there or the steps to follow. I was someone who was really good at following the steps and following the plan that was laid out for me. If you told me you have to do X, Y, and Z to get this result, I was there. I'm like, okay, I can do X, Y, and Z. I can follow those rules. I can follow the plan. I can check all the boxes. No problem. But when it came to this, when it came to really trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here or what I even wanted to be doing here, like what do I want out of life? Hey there. What if I told you that I have the exact roadmap that will take you from feeling unfulfilled, stuck, and overwhelmed to living a life that is truly meaningful and filled with purpose? Well, I'm super excited to announce the release of my brand new masterclass called The Clarity Code: 3 Steps to Discover Your Passion and Unlock More Meaning in Your Life. So if you're ready to finally figure out what you're meant to do in this life and how you can feel incredibly fulfilled in your day-to-day life, you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes below. Access this brand new masterclass right now. What do I enjoy? What lights me up? What do I feel like I should be doing with my life? I had absolutely no clue. I had never taken the time to think about that. That's not what I was taught to do. No one was like, hey, what do you really want to do? Or what do you think would make you most happy in life? Maybe those questions were asked, but we were never really taught how to get the answers. It was more like, well, here's what successful people do. Here's the path that they follow. So, follow this path, take this route. And that's exactly what I did. And so I found myself at this point in my 30s where I'm trying to figure out, what do I actually want? What brings me joy? What lights me up? What would actually make me feel like my life had meaning, like there was purpose there? And I had no clue. So I would spend days, weeks, months in this place of searching, trying to figure it out, trying to think of different things, different ideas, and end up feeling really overwhelmed and frustrated because I just couldn't get it. I didn't know. I couldn't find the answer. And trying to find the answer or trying to do some things that might get me to the answer felt really scary and really uncomfortable for me because I had never gone off the beaten path. I had never tried to kind of do my own thing that wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And so it felt really uncomfortable and really, really scary to try to find those answers. And so I would inevitably come back to my safe zone, to my comfort zone, to what just felt natural for me. And I would spend, another few days, weeks, months in that place of just kind of going through the motions, getting through my days, trying to feel grateful for what I did have, which I truly, truly was grateful. And I am grateful. I am grateful for the life that I've had. But I would almost make that into like this guilt trip for myself where I'd be like, well, I really should just be grateful for this. I mean, think about how many people would love to have the life that I get to live. And I'm being so ungrateful by wanting more or trying to find more. And I would kind of guilt myself into being like, oh, well, I mean, I just need to be grateful. I just need to be happy with what I have because this really is a great life after all, right? I mean, I've done all the things. I've checked all those boxes that I was supposed to check, and I've gotten this success that I wanted. So just be grateful and just live your life the way that you are and just be fine with this. And so and I would kind of stay in that place for a while, but eventually all of those thoughts and feelings inside of me would come back. They would come back up. I would get so frustrated and uncomfortable with the way things were going in my life that I would just start feeling like this isn't it again and start wanting to go in that direction, start wanting to try to find something that brought more meaning for me, more purpose for me. And it was just a cycle that happened over and over and over again for years until finally it came to the point where I was actually able to get committed to this course and this journey and figure it out. And because I had gotten a lot of support on this journey and had really gotten to that point through the power of coaching, I had seen that impact that it had had on my life and how it had helped me actually be able to get over that hump and really take this route. I knew I wanted to do that. I wanted to be in that place for other women. I wanted to help other women see that this journey is possible and that you really can do these things and that you truly are meant for more in this life. You wouldn't be feeling that way if it weren't true. You truly are meant to have purpose and feel like your life has meaning. That's what we're here for. We really all are here for that. And I wanted to be able to help other women on that journey. And I wanted to be able to give them the support that I received on my journey and getting from where I was to where I knew I was going at that point. And so I came into the coaching space. And that's what I'm here to do. And that's what I spent, the last year of my life doing. And it's been truly incredible, amazing. And it is what I'm meant to do. And over that year, it's become clearer and clearer to me that I'm on the right path. This is where I'm supposed to be going. This is what I'm here to do. This is my purpose. This is my meaning and my life. And so realizing all of that, knowing that if I want to help more women, if I want to support more women, then I need to reach more women. I need to get my message out there. I need to give them the encouragement and the strength that they really need on this journey, no matter where they are. And so in order to do that, I need to be more visible. I need to get my word out there. So I need to do this podcast. And so finally, I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. And I'm making the space for it in my life. And that is because I realize that if I don't do this, there could be women out there who need this support and they need this help and they just don't find it. And so my goal is that all the women who need this will find this podcast and share it with other women who need it, and they will get that dose of inspiration or support that they need every week and keep going on their journey and keep moving forward, eventually finally live that life where they feel truly fulfilled and truly excited and happy about the life that they're living, and that they will eventually have that inner knowing that I have at this point in my life where they know that this is it. This is what I'm meant for. So that's my story. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm committed to creating this show every week and bringing it to as many women as possible. So I'd love your help in that and ask you to share this with any other woman who you feel could benefit from this information on her journey. I would absolutely love if you could subscribe and rate my podcast wherever you're watching or listening to it. that helps to get it out there, to get it in more ears or in more eyes, and just get the information out there to help as many women as possible, because truly that is my mission with this show, is just to be that support that I received on my journey for other women who are going through the exact same thing. So if you made it this far in the show, I am so incredibly grateful for you. I appreciate you spending this time with me, and I hope that you'll come back next week for more. And just thank you. That's it for another episode of the Authentic Awakening podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you found it helpful, I'd love to hear from you. You can do that by liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel, or rating and reviewing the podcast wherever you're listening.